Okay, Nova, what are we looking at? Some Katarina gameplay?
Yep, we got my typical Katarina gameplay.
Yep. And in your words, what do you think you're struggling with? What do you want to get out of this next 30 minutes?
I guess I guess what I'm really struggling with is probably my laning phase and if I am ahead or if have gotten a couple of kills, I do struggle with sort of mid game like decision making, I guess.
Okay.
Because
What's your
I
game plan? Talk to me like the entire cat game plan from first wave to end of game. What's the base
so
strategy?
so my base strategy is I'll let typically because I have a lot of losing matchups, I'll let the wave push into me if that means just to keep up my health. Level 3, look for trades. Level 6, potentially looking for more all-ins. And then being a part of team fight, just being there, part of team fights, shoving out waves, roaming down bot side, being part of team fights and just trying to secure objectives
Okay.
is typically the game plan.
Okay, so you establish a lead. You didn't really mention CSing, but you establish a lead through like getting a kill on your laner, and then you try and transition that lead in the mid game by grouping and having a lot of impact in team fights, and then
Yeah,
taking objectives, taking turrets as a team.
yeah,
Okay, cool. That makes sense. Now, something that was very interesting is you said Katarina has a lot of bad matchups, yet I've seen your gameplay and you can probably counterplay 90% of the mid laners you verse in Iron. So I wouldn't worry so much about the champion. I would worry more about how good that person is on the champion, if that makes sense. Because
yeah,
in Iron, there's no real such thing as a counterplay, or like a counter champ, when you have as much experience as you do on Katarina. So you've probably just got, in my opinion, a mental block that this champion is rough because of maybe you've had a few bad games on it, but if we can just figure out how to actually play into that champion and look at the champion matchup and then how a Katarina with more skill, more experience on the champion can beat that champ, it becomes a lot more simple and you can establish leads like every game.
okay,
Because right now you're like negative 280 gold on Katarina at 15 minutes. That should be illegal as a Katarina one trick. Like, the goal for a Katarina is to be basically plus 300 to 600 at 15. So
yeah,
I think we really focus on the laning phase because once we fix that, everything else becomes easier. Because when you come out ahead of laning phase, mid game's easier, team fights are easier, grouping's easier, objective taking, everything's easier.
yeah.
Cool. So what's the matchup? Who are you into?
I'm into a Vega, but I really don't interact with him too much during this laning phase because I typically just roam to bot.
Okay, so why do we go Dark Seal into the Vega matchup?
So I took Darkseal because I knew that it's an easier matchup for me to trade with and potentially snowball off of. But I also saw that like we have Vayne down bot side. It's a Fiddle, so Fiddle's not too is a bit squishier. So I thought I could potentially with the 3 squishies I could snowball it off of that.
Okay, so the game plan is not to get a lead through killing Vega, it's through pushing your wave and then roaming to bot lane.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how you execute that. That's a fine plan. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, I remember I watched one of your Vega games, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any difference. Cool. Cool. We see Vega. Do we respond? Why don't you respond to this?
I kind of wanted to just set up Vision rather than push up the Vega, but I realized that he's like alone. I probably should have started walking towards him.
In terms of fulfilling your objective as Katarina, what do you think's more important, getting this ward on Raptors or killing Vega here?
Killing Vega.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So Veigar's already dead. Cool. Your dagger, what is the function of Katarina's dagger early game into range matchups?
Into range matchups, just CS and poke. CS and a little bit of poke safety.
Yep. What is the primary out of CS versus poke? What's more important?
CS.
Yes. Look at how you're using your dagger. Is that CSing?
No, I went for poke though.
Okay. What's more important, getting both these minions or getting one little Q poke here?
Definitely the minions.
Cool. So, is that dagger correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Cool. Got it. Good. So generally, Katarina, to like cement that knowledge, Katarina's Q is primarily CSing. If you can get it to poke the champion as well, that's ideal, but it's always take the CS with it. If the poke happens as well, that's the optimal outcome, but probably for like 70% of your daggers early game, it's going to be purely for last hitting so you don't take damage.
Okay.
So prioritize the last hit over the poke. Cool. We just hit level 2. Are we going to punish the Veigar for being level 1?
We should. I'm not sure if I did.
Cool. Let's go back. This dagger. Fine, we've already talked about this. Okay. Do you look at your XP? Do you know how many minions it takes to get to level 2 as a mid laner?
To level 2, it's the first melee minion on the second wave.
Cool. So, should we be holding our dagger for our level 2 power spike when we're an electrocute ignite Katarina?
Yes.
Why?
Because we can use that for engage as well as just getting off the damage onto him.
Yeah.
As well. So yeah, so we can set up for our E onto him.
Yeah.
As well.
Why do you think you don't do that? Because you know that that's the right play. Why do you think you don't?
I guess I play the first early levels. I play really passively because I do get punished a lot for playing up, especially into ranged matchups.
Yep. Okay.
So I guess it's sort of me just trying to feel out the Veigar and see if he's gonna apply more pressure or if he's gonna play a little bit more passive.
Yep. I would say, personally, I have a very good gauge on this Veigar. He's shit scared of you. Do you agree, or do you feel like you can't really tell that yet?
Looking back on it, I can tell that he is playing extremely passive, like he is playing a lot further back.
Yep.
But certainly in the game, I was still trying to work out if he was playing back just because he's seeing that I'm a lead ahead, I'm a little bit ahead, or if he was wanting to play a little bit more aggressive in the next sort of level or so.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially when he hits level 2.
Yep. Okay, so 2 learnings here. 1, practical versus theory. So in your theoretical mindset of Katarina versus Veigar, you are quite cautious of the matchup because you must have versed Veigars in the past that kind of poke you out and take a lot of your HP. Now, that theory is fine, but when we get into the practical and an actual matchup on Veigar, we need to test that theory as soon as possible. And you should be able to do it within the first 1 to 2 waves. Make an assessment of, do I need to play cautious because my theory of the Veigar matchup is correct? Or do I need to play aggressive because I have opportunities here that I don't usually have in this matchup? And this is the difference between the champion and the player playing the champion. A good Veigar can poke the shit out of you, yes. But a bad Veigar is going to play like this guy, and you're going to have multiple opportunities to kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, let's go next. This is the dagger I don't like. Cool. Why don't I like this dagger? Besides, it doesn't even get the last hitting.
It blew, like, I've just wasted a cooldown, especially when I'm about to hit my level 2 Power Spike.
Yeah. Could you have got these minions without your Q?
I probably would have taken a little bit of trade if he was... But I could have definitely gotten them without the Q.
Cool. Because now what happens, we get level 2, our Q's on cooldown, but you've got an amazing window here. Cool. Good trade. Good. Don't use the... Cool. Okay. Why don't we want to use the dagger here? You there?
Not too sure.
Okay. Well, let's go back to what I said before. Can you access this CS without needing to use your dagger?
Yes.
Cool. So why do we use our dagger then? We don't, right?
Yeah, okay.
We only use the dagger when we can't access CS with our auto attacks. So we're developing like a basically... Your dagger is a mini game on Katarina, is basically what I'm trying to say. And there's like fundamental rules you need to like play around. So we only use our dagger to get CS when we can't access the wave through auto attacks. Because our dagger is like a very important resource for Katarina. It's basically how her whole kit is played around. So we always want to have our dagger up, ideally, until we can't see us, and then we use our dagger to see us, but we really want to keep the dagger to threaten this Veigar. Because right now, once this electrocutes off, you have a really good kill window here with Ignite. And so we want to be playing for that, rather than using our dagger on CS that we don't need. What's the second reason? So talk to me about what an AA is versus your dagger in terms of damage to minions.
So I guess damage to minions. I'm not too sure what you mean.
Okay, sorry, it is a bit weird. Your dagger is basically an AoE spell, correct? Because it will hit multiple enemies.
Yeah.
An AA is a single target spell, right? Like you're just auto attacking.
Yep.
So when we think about wave management, and I'm jumping around a lot here because I'm trying to teach like multiple situations or multiple fundamentals in one go. In a matchup like this where Veigar is now 50% health, where do you think you want the wave?
Close to me, so he has to push up to get CS.
Excellent. So another reason. Based on that answer, would we rather AA here or dagger?
Auto attack.
Yes, because it's single target, right? And that means the wave pushes slower, right?
Yep.
Cool. Good. So look what you've done now. Look at this wave. We could have created a slow push back into us here.
Because he's hitting the wave, and
Yeah.
if I stopped hitting the wave, it would start coming back to me.
Yeah. Katarina wants to play with a wave always pushing into her when you have kill threat. So this is what I would call kill threat, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is kill threat. You're level 2, he's level 1. So, we want to be manipulating the wave to always be coming back to us. Because we don't want to trade under turret. We want to trade here, we want to trade here, 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 here. Cool. Cool. Okay. You're trying to do two things at once here with the wrong approach. So let's watch this. So you're using your dagger here, correct? To ideally get the CS and then jump on Veigar, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. But why doesn't this work? I don't actually know how Kat's dagger works, so if you can inform me on this. But why is it just a random chance that Kat's dagger will jump backwards, or does it prioritize chance?
So Katarina's dagger will always land behind where you queue, for where the initial queue is. But it's kind of random on what targets it chooses to jump.
Okay, so it's not... Okay, it's got an equal chance of going backwards and forwards and sideways. There's no priority.
The priority is distance, but the final land will always land behind the thing that you queue.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so if we're wanting to poke Veigar and get this CS, what should we do here instead? Because just how you've explained how dagger works, it's going to go to here, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. So did you know this when you took this jump?
I did. I was expecting it to jump the minion that's a little bit higher, because because the minion started walking as I queued.
Okay. Got it. Because we just took a terrible trade. Because we didn't use our dagger. So where could we have used our dagger instead here? Let's go back. Cool. Can we auto-attack this minion first of all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So yes. Now, where should we use the dagger instead if we want to hit Veigar?
Yeah, either the caster or the top melee.
Okay. Cool. So why do you think you use your dagger here instead of auto-attacking? Because I think you've got a bad habit where you're using your dagger to CS when you don't need to. And I know we're harping on this, but this is probably a bad habit that you've had for like the last 200 games or something. Because this is ingrained and I'm trying to basically get it out of your system right now.
Yeah.
Why do you think you do this?
I guess I've probably built it up as a bad habit, because when I started learning Cat, I was always sort of pushed out of lanes, so I was queuing minions to just try to CS.
Okay, good. That makes sense. That's what I would think. Excellent. So this comes back to the practice versus theory, where because of your bad habits and the memory you have of when you were learning Cat and getting punished, you need to be really quick by like the 2 to 3 minute mark. You need to have a really good assessment on the skill and competency of your enemy. And then you need to have 2 different playstyles. All Katarina players should have 2 different playstyles. One is safe and cautious, which is the one you've grown up with, and like that's how you developed your Cat. The other is aggro. Does this kind of make sense? Like, can you see the difference between these, and can you kind of feel like you could start to identify, based on the champion, the skill and the competency of the player, which play style to play?
Yeah.
Do you think you could realistically do it in future games by around the 2 to 3 minute mark based on their actions and your actions?
Most likely, yeah. Okay. I think I can do that.
Cool. So that's what I want you to be for the first 2 to 3 minutes, is figure out what the fuck this guy is. Is he a Vhagar one trick? Is he really good? Is he really shit? Is he missing obvious spells? Am I getting easy combos off on him? And you're basically building a character profile, so now you know how to play against him. And that determines safe, like aggro, and then there's like a hybrid in between when you're like kind of not sure. Or you're trying to play aggro, but you know you have to play safe. But that, you know, we don't really need to think about that right now.
Yep.
Cool. And feel free to ask questions as well, or like disagree, push back. Yes. Oh. Wait, can you just kill here? Or not?
I don't think I could have if I tower dive there. I think I might have been able to kill if I eat onto him again.
Okay.
E auto, and then that would have probably killed.
This is great. I love this. Okay, so if we had done one combo better in our last trades with the Vhagar, could we have killed this guy right now?
Yeah, 100%.
Excellent. So all it took, or all it takes in this game at the 3 minute mark is one better combo and we've killed Vhagar. That's plus 300. That's plus, I don't know, experience. And we've got a really good win con now, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So I've been nitpicking your daggers, but do you kind of now see why I'm nitpicking the daggers? Like the combo.
Yeah.
Because
the butterfly effect.
Yeah, because all it takes is one better combo in any of the, the 2 to 3 trades you took earlier to set this up. Now, do you think this is repeatable, what we've kind of discussed? Like one better trade into a level 3 Ignite all-in kill?
Yeah.
Good.
100%.
Excellent. So now we've got a 3 minute plan. Figure out if they're if they're good or bad. If they're good, we're probably not going to have a level 3 kill window like this. If they're bad, we play towards the kill window. And that's through better combos, using our dagger, and CSing with melee auto attacks.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Cool. Quick little sidetrack. We just saw Fiddle. What is your jungle tracking knowledge? Where do you think Fiddle's going next? And what camps do you think he's cleared?
So, it's about 3 minutes. I really don't do much tracking in the game.
Yep.
Like, I'll probably track the jungler for the first, 5 minutes tops.
Yep.
But Fiddle's going to be heading up to his... he's probably going to be heading up to his Raptors. He started blue side, and he's going to start clearing his top. Or his Raptors are down at the moment, aren't they?
His Raptors are up.
His Raptors are up, yeah.
Yes.
So he came up from bot side, so he's going to head up to top side.
Cool. So what does this mean for the macro? This is the first time you need to think macro in this lane. Talk to me about top, talk to me about Warwick, talk to me now about Fiddle. And the next macro objective, which is top scuttle.
So I've just chunked out Vhagar from lane. I should probably shove this wave out and try help Warwick for a scuttle fight if it's happening, and potentially look to help top with a counter gank if it's with Warwick.
Excellent. I think that's a really good plan. Now imagine if you had that plan plus the kill on Vhagar. How good would that plan be?
Pretty good.
Because what you've done is you've won your lane, and you're most likely going to win Warwick's lane. We're just going to call jungle a lane for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh god, I'm missing everything here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sweet. So where do you go? You go bot instead. Now this could
Yeah,
work.
I look for a bot. I look for a bot kill.
This could work. And I'm fine with this because I don't know how this is going to go, and it's a really good roam timer. So, I guess what I want to say is I was thinking of option A, and I'm just saying A, B. Neither is like A's not the better one, B's not the better one, because we don't know, right?
Yeah.
But option A is contest scuttle because we push Veigar. Option B is gank bot. So I actually really like this as an option B. As a Katarina one trick, you should always be thinking of multiple options and then weighing them up. Excellent. So should we use a health potion or both our health potions when we're doing this?
We should, because while we're roaming down, it gives us time to heal up and prepare for the fight.
Yeah, because you're missing 300 HP right now. And that refillable would have filled you up. So I don't know if this is going to be a close fight, but generally we want to prepare pretty well. Because otherwise there's no really point in buying the refillable. Well done. Imagine... Wow, you got away. I was going to say, imagine if you used a refillable. Well done. Excellent. Good. Great macro. Really, really good. So do you think you're playing well right now?
I think I'm playing well at the start. I think I'm playing okay. Like I'm taking decent trades against the Veigar. I can have kind of worked out this Veigar is kind of just not as skilled as I thought he'd be.
Yeah.
And I'm up a kill, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Excellent. Excellent. Good. I think you're playing well. Cool.
I'm trying to look for something because I saw Warwick there.
Okay. Okay. If we see Warwick here and we want to do something here, what is another way we could approach this rather than doing this?
Just try to bait him in.
Yep. Could we do this?
Yep.
Yep.
Just play around. Could do anything else that I just didn't do.
Yeah. What do you think Veigar will do if you go around like this?
Move into the Warwick. Push up.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll do something like that. Cool. Do you think that's a better plan than being really telegraphed and going straight for him?
Yep. 100%.
Sweet. So, what? In summary, when we have a jungler ganking us, Katarina has no crowd control, right?
I need to rely on them coming in and
Yes.
engaging with them.
And so all Katarina has is what I call like soft crowd control, which is basically you shepherd them closer to you, whoever's ganking for you. Because Katarina doesn't have a stun, she doesn't have a slow, snare, she's got nothing. So you have to use your body to create the crowd control. And it's basically mind controlling the Veigar to go up towards your Warwick. So whatever you think the best action is to get Veigar to move closer to whoever's ganking you, that is how you should approach every gank in your lane.
Okay.
Sweet. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Oh, we missed Catapult. We missed the cannon.
I missed the cannon.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, you used refillable. Good. That's the first time I think you used it in 5 minutes, even though you bought it at the start. Good. Good map movement. Interesting. Interesting. Good. See how scared this Vagar is? He just put a cage on your dagger.
I mean, even if I went into the dagger, I don't think it would mean too much.
I know, yeah. But this is what I mean, like, you can see the actions that he's getting really scared of.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, based on what I talked about wave management, what do we want to do with these minions?
We want them to be more on our side, so we probably want to freeze it so it forces him to push up.
Cool. So what action do we take if we want to freeze these mage minions? Or
just have the minions get onto us and just hold them outside of tower range.
Yes. And what do you do?
I queue the minions.
Yeah. Now what have you done?
It's now slow pushing back to him.
Yeah, it's basically back to neutral. Cool. So see how easy it is to create easier opportunities for yourself? Like to just help yourself when you think about like wave management and then your Q usage. Like AA versus Q.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because what do we know? Like, you're about to hit level 6, right? And you've got Ignite coming up in 22.
I should be looking for a kill onto the Vega.
Yeah? Yeah, exactly. And what you could do is you can wait 22 seconds, and if you froze this wave, what you could even do is, like, you could just walk around and gank your own lane, as an example.
I haven't actually thought about doing that.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that is, like, the best option, but, like, if you've got a kill window, right? And it's based on your level 6 plus Ignite, and you can't access it this way, what I would always do is look for an alternate path to the kill window. So, like, if you don't think you can get to this Vagar without, like, dying or, like, whatever, with your level 6 and your level and your Ignite, what I would do is I would have frozen this wave, kept it here, and then done something weird and just, like, ran off, and then gank your own lane.
Okay.
Why does the ganking your own lane work? There's a couple reasons why.
I get behind him, which forces him to walk back either into me or up or down the river.
Yep. And why is that important in this matchup? What's Vagar's biggest strength into Katarina? Like, to just stop him from...
Just his range.
Yes.
He can play safe and CS from afar.
Yes. So the only thing stopping your kill window is range. And if you can shorten the range by ganking your own lane, then we've done our job. We're forced to kill and we can get the CS later, right?
Yep.
Sweet. Now, with level 6, with Ignite, can you 100... Like, because again, I know Katarina, but I don't know her exact limits. Can you one-shot Vagar with this much HP?
No, I don't think I can. I need him to sort of be around about 3/4. Just because Katarina's ultimate, while it's good, it doesn't do as much damage as you'd think it would early.
Yeah. Mate, this dagger, you've got him right where you want him. You're crazy. I think if there's anything else you take away from this game, it's the dagger. Like, it is your Q usage that is making this game so hard for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Now, coming back, because I'll wrap this up because we have gone for 30 minutes. I know we only got through 5 minutes, but I honestly think everything we've covered is super important. Okay, coming back to this, all you needed to do is take 1 to 2 trades here and then kill him. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Now, coming back to the play where you had option A go top, option B roam. If we kill here, what does this secure for our team macro-wise?
Grubs or drag. At the moment, grubs or drag.
Yes, exactly. So notice how your kill windows, which are very isolated into your lane, can create macro advantages. So in league game theory, it's similar to like when a plane crashes. You want to put your breathing mask on first, then you help others, right?
Yep.
This is how I want you to think about League and Katarina, because you love roaming, but you're not setting up this part first consistently. So we always want to kill the enemy or push them out of lane like you did with your first roam, and then we help others. And what this does is it guarantees you winning lane, and then it guarantees someone else winning lane. And this is really important in a game of 10 players. Oh. Because now instead of 1 out of 10, you're at 2 out of 10. Or maybe you're at 3 out of 10 if you gank bot. Or 4 out of 10 if you gank bot and get drag and Warwick gets a kill on Fiddle.
Yeah.
Yes. Sweet. Okay. Before we wrap up, I just want you to quickly give me the top 3 things you're going to think about now and implement into your gameplay.
Dagger Q usage and holding onto the daggers for level spikes.
Yep.
To get up kill threat.
Yep.
Um,
what about
looking?
Yep. Go. You go.
Looking at kill windows and just trying to use movement to sort of lure opponents for kill windows.
Yes. And what about profiling the enemy?
And profiling the enemy within the first 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Looking whether I should be playing safe or aggressive in this matchup.
Excellent. Awesome. Okay. Good. I want to see you go away now and do that. And then when we have our next session, I want to see the development. Because once we fix these problems, there's going to be new problems. But basically what we need to do is we just need to knock out the biggest problems, like basically in descending order. And the easiest way to do it is just look at the first 5 minutes of your gameplay. Until we fix that, we don't give a fuck about anything else. So I guarantee you can now self-VOD review your games and just focus on this first 5 minutes like we've done. And you just keep doing that until we fix every issue in here. And it's not about being perfect. It's just about every week you do one less mistake. Every week you do one better dagger. Or every day it's just one better dagger, one better trade, one better kill window. And we're slowly going to improve this and then fix this. And then we move on to the next 5 minutes. And you can self-review that once we do the next 5 minutes. And you can now... Do you think you can kind of identify the stuff we've identified together on your own?
Yeah, I think looking at the first 5 minutes, I'm able to do that.
Good. Excellent. Okay, before I go to Salt, any questions for wrapping up?
No, I think that's been a huge help because I didn't know exactly where I was really going wrong.
Good.
And looking at that Q usage was, when you pointed out the Q usage, that's really sort of opened my eyes a bit.
Yeah, because it's Katarina's like number one thing, right? Like her entire champion is built around your Q. And so if you're not using your Q correctly, nothing else functions correctly. But
yeah.
What's crazy is you've got so much, experience on Katarina that you are playing Katarina so suboptimally, yet you're creating massive opportunities. So now imagine once we fix the fundamentals on Kat, just how crazy you're going to be as a player. And that's what I want you to look forward to.
Okay.
Sweet. Awesome. All right. Salt, are you there? Thanks, Nova. That was good. And you feel free to stay on.
I'm happy to stay on.
I'm here.
Excellent, Salt. Okay.